Back with another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. I talked about it on the other show, Morning Coffee, about the events from the Spirit of Courage Awards Night, the gala that was at the Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs on Saturday night, and also the Celebrity Golf Tournament, which happened at Dodge Riverside Park. Beautiful, beautiful course. The course was in such great shape and with all of the old growth trees. And I didn't really lose that many golf balls, so I call that a win. But if you didn't see the other show, I can tell you that I'm not going to be back out on the course for a while. I have something now called golfer's elbow. And this is what happens when you don't play for a couple of years and then suddenly play in back-to-back weekends the way that I did. Yeah, it's I don't know if you can see it or not, but my elbow is kind of misshapen and a little bit bruised right through here. So, and the only solution to it is rest. It says get off the course, don't swing a club, and that's at 6 to 12 weeks. I'm off, as that's going to pretty much end my golfing season, I think, for this year. So, but on the flip side, it was a tremendously great time at Dodge Riverside Park with the Celebrity Golf Tournament and the good folks at the Jenny Edmondson Foundation. They do a wonderful job of organizing, making sure everything runs smoothly, having things to do all the way around. I haven't heard yet whether I won the trip from Beacon Vacations. I registered. Yeah, they got, what was it? I think it was $10 to give yourself a chance at the hole-in-one contest, and I didn't even hit the green. So that's just how it goes. But also the margarita bar that was out there. Hy-Vee had hospitality tents set up all the way around. Lunch was provided. They were actually grilling hamburgers and hot dogs out on the course in a couple of different locations. And so was able to get lunch, paired up with some wonderful folks, and that was tons of fun. Also got a chance to meet a couple of college and NFL legends that were sitting at my table. Chris Bober, who was a lineman for UNO and also played for the Giants and the Chiefs, and Larry Jacobson, of course. He's a veteran, and Nebraska fans know exactly who Larry Jacobson is. So I was sitting in between the two and got to talk some football and even some other stories too. Fascinating guys, had a wonderful time, and I'm very grateful for Jenny Edmondson Foundation for letting me be a little bit of a part of that. All right, we have a great show on tap for you today. Coming up, we are going to head out to Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market and sit and visit with Bambi Wilson, and she's going to talk today about how important it is to keep trace minerals in your system in the summer, especially in the summertime. Now, you need them all the time, but how important it is throughout the year. And it's something that I know that I take usually once or twice a day. And I think Bambi would recommend even more than that. But they taste great. It's a thing that I mix in with the drink, and I found that it helps with my concentration, helps with my energy, and it's very cost effective. Doesn't really cost all that much, especially when you figure how much you pay for energy drinks, which have all this stuff in it that you shouldn't have. So that's coming up, the topic of trace minerals with Bambi Wilson. That's going to be our topic today for Local Roots. And if you're looking for all natural health solutions in Southwest Iowa, Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market is the place to go. She has a website, bambisgreenacres.com, where you can learn more, or you can just stop by her store. It is located at 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs. Castle and Associates of American Family Insurance, your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. 4 convenient locations. They're in Trainer, they're in Council Bluffs, they're in Bellevue, and they're in Elkhorn, local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. We are in Council Bluffs at Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market, and this, by the way, is Bambi Wilson.
Good morning.
And how are you doing today?
I'm okay. It's Friday.
Yes,
And it's
as
my
we're recording this, yes, it's Friday. No, we're fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Listen, it's not a mystery. People know because I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
That I'm not live.
Well, you
And there's
can't, but you got to get them prepared.
No, and plus, I mean, here's the thing too. If I were to go live with this show And because one show releases at 6 and the other show releases at 8,
Hmm.
I wouldn't look like this, I wouldn't sound like this, because it takes a
Exactly.
while
Yeah.
to get. I have to get hydrate my vocal cords.
Hmm.
I'm one of those people that you can
Oh,
really tell.
me too.
Yeah, if
And we're going to talk about hydration today. So
well, that's it.
that ties right
That
in.
that was an unintended
He didn't even
segue.
realize that.
I didn't realize that I was doing it. I don't remember when it was that you first introduced me to these little packets that are added to water for trace minerals.
Hmm.
But what I can tell you is it's been a game changer,
Hmm.
because not only do I get a little bit of an energy boost from it, but also I don't get a crash later,
Hmm.
and I feel better throughout the day when I'm taking these things. And they are, when you compare the trace mineral packets that you're adding to water to what uh, some people might drink in an energy
Oh, good
drink or
grief.
something like that,
Yeah.
they're incredibly reasonable. They're a
Yeah.
whole lot cheaper
Oh, yeah.
than what you would pay for
It's the
those things.
cheapest way to make yourself the healthiest. I can't, it's one of our biggest topics here at the store,
Mhm.
and it should be. And we try really hard. Some people don't want to realize or listen. But electrolytes are one of the main functions on our body. The name electrolytes, you realize when you say that, it's electric. Our bodies are electric. And without those six elements, mineral elements,
Mhm.
we could die. I have a perfect example of that. I'll tell you in a minute with my brother this week. A perfect, I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but I wanted to. Um, Electrolytes are one of the smallest minerals in our body, and but they perform one of the biggest things. They work with the electrical system, which is our heart, our nervous system, our muscles,
Mhm.
contraction. And we all know what contraction is when we get muscle cramps.
Mhm.
When you get a muscle cramp, by that time, you are so low on electrolytes, it can be dangerous. And nobody goes to the hospital for a low electrolyte balance, but most of the time it mimics so many other illnesses that when you end up going to the hospital because you're that bad with something that happened, it's more than likely low electrolytes. And that happened with my brother this week. He's 2 years older than me. He lives alone in Branson, Missouri, and he's got some health concerns. He's a little bit handicapped because he can't walk really well. He's had so many ailments, and he gets out and walks and that. But he actually had to go to the emergency room 2 days ago. He was having symptoms of what we thought was a heart attack, and I said, "Get, get, get."
Mhm.
And they did all the dye in his heart and all of that stuff. It was none of that. It was dehydration, which are electrolytes. So they had to rehydrate him and give him electrolytes intravenously. All the symptoms were of heart attack. You get stand up, you're dizzy, you have low, low, low energy, you feel like you aren't going to take a breath, all of your muscles ache. It's a terrifying experience, and that's simply all it was. So, as I said, none of us will go to the hospital thinking this is better go see my electrolytes, but
Right.
most of the time, that's exactly what it is. And it's so common. You think you do lose more electrolytes during the summertime because we are expending more sweat and
Mhm.
more fluid. We're peeing more, we're sweating more, but you lose as many electrolytes turning around and typing on a keyboard, breathing. Breathing, bring moisture. We have
Right. Yeah.
condensation and moisture. You're losing it just doing those simple tasks, getting up and walking in the store where you work. It doesn't have to be that you're working outside like a dog. It is just that just makes it worse. So when someone also, you're so thirsty, you think I need to drink something. By that time, and we've talked about that with children at school, by the time children are so thirsty, and they don't allow them to drink very much. You are so severely dehydrated, that's your body going, you need to get something in there. But, and people always tell us, oh, but I hydrate. I drink water all day long. And that's good. You need water. Water is what carries the electrolytes to all the pathways.
Mhm.
So it has to be in there. But water at that point is a solvent. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's kind of a solvent. It doesn't have electrolytes in it. So you're hydrating, you're putting water back in your bloodstream, but it has no electrolytes. You're already void on electrolytes, so you're kind of rinsing even more out.
So it sounds like what you're saying then is a person can technically be dehydrated even when
Mm-hmm.
they're drinking a lot of water.
Absolutely. And that's what people tell us. I drink water all day. And I'm like, but what do you? Oh, I drink Gatorade. Oh my God. Oh, please. We just look at them and our mouths are on the floor. No, that is all advertising. Gatorade is mostly sugar.
Right.
There are 6 essential minerals in electrolytes. That's sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, phosphate, and chloride. All of those are needed to carry these electrolytes to every cell in our body. Electrolytes function in every cell in our body. And if you haven't got those to carry with the water, what happens is when you're low in electrolytes, your body will steal water from your tissue. So therefore, you're dehydrating your tissue even further because it's trying to get that to be flowing in your body.
It sounds to me then that, especially this time of year, if you've got people coming in here that their job has them outside,
Oh, it's essential to
right?
all of us, but even more essential to them. And that's the biggest thing that we hear. Well, I drink lots and lots of water. I drink Gatorade, or they'll drink juice. No, you do get a good amount of electrolytes from fresh fruit, low sugar fruit,
Mhm.
but juice is just pure sugar. I mean, that's another thing that we try to get across to people. Juice, if you're gonna eat the fruit, but also even well, I eat a lot of organics. The truth, the simple truth is, even organic food, the soil's still depleted. Even regular, it's not organic. The soil has been depleted for so many years. There are not the nutrients in the soil, even in organic foods. Electrolytes have to be taken in a supplement form. They just have to. It should be something everybody that walks in here takes. And it's simple, like we were just talking. You open up a packet, it does have bicarbonate in it because that bicarbonate actually performs a function. It makes it flow better through the body. It's not that it's just for taste, so it has baking soda basically. But that is needed in there. And you just put it in a bottle of water or a glass of water, whatever you want, and you drink it 1 or 2 times a day.
That you carry here, is brand important? I mean, as far as the manufacturer and where they're coming from?
Well, yeah, I feel that way. Although customers do come in and they'll go to places like Hy-Vee, different places. There is one called IV Hydration that's in those kind of stores. And someone brought me in a packet. I mean, it looks good. I would be fine with that.
Hmm.
It's important. You just can't have those 6 minerals that I mentioned. It needs to be in a balance of other nutrients in there. Most of the electrolyte packets will have a good amount of vitamin C. They'll have some B vitamins. They'll have some other nutrients in
Yeah.
it. Those are important to carry those because the other ones are a very small molecule, a mineral. So they need certain amount of other things with them to carry to every cell in your body. So that's why when people say, "Oh, I drink Gatorade," or I do, just like, "Oh, you might as well not be doing anything." So yeah, yeah, brands are important. Our company is called Trace Mineral. They actually are out of Salt Lake City, and the salt that's used in it is called real salt.
Hmm.
It is mined from the Great Salt Lake. It's an ancient seabed. So the salt that's mined is actually ancient sea plants. Very, very good for you. But even sodium, people will take sodium tablets. You need that. If you can do nothing else in an emergency, you should do that, you know.
Well, that I also know that, such as this morning, because I had one before I came over,
Hmm.
was the drank a one of the trace minerals and then
Hmm.
came over here. For me, it helps with focus,
Of course,
and
it passes the
yeah,
blood-brain barrier.
right, and I feel much more on point
Hmm.
about things
Hmm.
after and
Very
the
much
same thing
so.
happened yesterday. I had a meeting that I really needed to pay attention to, and I'd had one of these before I went, and I could tell I was zeroed in
Hmm.
on everything that was going on, and It's one of the reasons why I like them so much.
And you can't overdo them. I mean, you really can't. In fact, one should be drank literally before you go to bed.
Really?
It should be.
It doesn't wake you up? It doesn't.
No, I mean, even though it gives you energy during the day, it is performing the function for your heart at night.
Hmm.
The beating of your heart, the rhythm. Cardiologists, there's an electrician cardiologist, there's different names. Our heart is all electric. It just is. And if it's low in electrolytes in your body, your heart's going to skip beats. It's going to work harder, which working harder, we're pulling blood from everywhere and water from everywhere. And if that's not in your system and you're not hydrated, which the trace minerals or the electrolytes make you hydrated, you're going to have some issues.
So looking back, say if we went back far into the past, a lot of these things that we're taking now would have already been in the soil
They
and
would
would
have
have
been at
come
one
up through the
time, yeah.
food that people were eating back then.
And even me as a kid and my brother, we ate from a garden. We ate fresh everything. I grew up with a mother that cooked everything from scratch, and we had fresh everything. And I cooked that way myself for years because that's how I lived. But that isn't the way it is. You cannot get electrolytes from any prepackaged anything. Leafy greens, dark greens, low sugar fruits. Those are where they're at, but you aren't getting anywhere what you need from those. They just aren't, they're depleted.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that is because we've
Hmm.
just overgrown
Right.
everything and
Well, the
with so
soil's just been depleted from all
right.
the rotations, all the chemicals. I have people that come in and I understand where they're coming from. I want to get my nutrients from my food. I don't want to take supplements. Yeah, I don't do a lot of arguing. I don't argue with people much. He's
I've seen
laughing
the
'cause he knows
signs.
better.
I've seen the signs. Yeah.
But I will state my opinion on that. I'll tell them what are facts. I'm not just making that up. They can
Hmm.
look it up themselves. There just is no way. I mean, the RDAs we talked about before on other podcasts. The RDA, which is the recommended daily allowance that is on bottles that tell you what percentage of
Hmm.
this is. At one time, we could get 60 milligrams of vitamin C from an orange. That
Right.
just isn't,
It
it
just
isn't going to happen anymore. You just, yeah, everybody wants to get their nutrients from their food because we're absorbing it better. It just is, but it didn't going to happen.
well, I would encourage you to come down here, Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market on South Main and Council Bluffs. Talk with the lady. She's very open with information, and that's something that I've always appreciated about you is you shoot me straight. You're not here trying to sell me a bill of goods. You're saying, no, I want you to feel better. So
Yeah,
here's
that's the goal.
this is the way this is the way that you do that.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for that. And I'm
Well,
also
thank you.
grateful for your time
Well, I'm grateful
to
that you
put
give
all
me
this
the
together.
opportunity to always, put the message out there. I appreciate that.
All right.
I
Well,
do.
until next time, we'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks, Todd.
Could you get a sense of the passion that Bambi has for natural health solutions and putting health back in your hands and all the different things? It's not just lip service and stuff that she talks about. She really believes that her purpose for on walking around on the earth is to be able to help people, and that's why she does what she does, and it's why I go to her store and I look forward to it because it's a whole lot more than just getting in and out with whatever supplements I need. It's catching up. It's talking with other folks that might be in the store too, and so go to their store, 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs, and if you haven't been there, tell her hi. Tell her that you heard about it here on Local Roots, and I'll bet you get a smile on her face from that. And also, I can 100% guarantee you that you're going to make a new friend when you do that. If you have a leak, a clogged drain, or if you're planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered with fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. And if your air conditioner was really struggling during the heat wave that we had recently, and the cooler weather we've been having, it's not sticking around. Heat's coming back later this week. So you need to get Air Serv Heating and Air Conditioning out to take a look and see that everything is working correctly. So airservcouncilbluffs.com, Waldstein Plumbing HomeCareAdvocacyNetwork.com. Those are the two websites for when integrity matters and when doesn't it. These are the guys that you want to call. Do you or does someone you love need in-home care? Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet the needs of aging in place, which is so critical for many people. They have an understanding that assisted living is often best at home. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. That's going to wrap up Monday's show. Thanks again to Bambi for being a guest today and for always being so encouraging for everything that it is that I do. She's been a good friend, and I'm very thankful that she is in town, that she's in the area, that she's available. You know, next time you come into Council Bluffs, just make a plan to head over to South Main Street, 805 South Main, and stop in, take a look at the store, and see everything that she has to offer. That's going to wrap things up for today. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. My name's Todd Studer. I hope you have a great Monday.